Hi guys, welcome back to our course of the Introduction to Chinese Herbal Medicine with Western Herbs. Today the topic we talk about is ginger. When we have ginger tea, normally we're in the cold weather, right? So you also can think about what kind of herbs we can use or the same function with ginger in traditional herbal medicine. It's a ginger soup or ginger tea. It's very common and find in the winter season. And ginger or ginger root is a rhizome of the plant gingerbread officinate and comes used as the delicacy, medicine, or spicy. And his family name and the common name that derived from Greek, the gingiberries. And ginger is indigenous to the Ginger is indigenous to the southern China, spreading eventually to the Spicy Islands, another part of Asia, and subsequently to the Western Africa and also the Caribbean. From the 1585, Jamaican ginger was the first oriental spice to be grown in the New World and imported back to Europe. And ginger was exported to Europe via India in the 1st century AD as a result of the lucrative spicy trend. And India remains the largest producer of the ginger in the world. The origin of the ginger is from the mid-14th century from the Old English, the ginger fir. And ginger is the noted, thick, and being underground stem, and the core is a rhizome. The stem sticks up about 12 inches above the ground with long, narrow, ribbed green leaves with white or yellowish green flowers. What is it made of? The characteristic odor and the flavor of ginger is caused by a mixture of the gingerol or sugars and also gingerols. Ginger contains up to 3% of the fragrant, the essential oil, whose main constituents are sesquipentanoid, with gingerberrin as the main component, small amount another sesquipentanoid, and also smaller monoterpenoid fractions. The pungent taste of ginger is due to non-volatile phenolic propanoid-derived compound, particularly in gingerols or sugarols, which form from the gingerols when ginger is dried or cooked. Gingerol is also produced from the gingerols during the process. The compound is less pungent and has a spicy sweet aroma. The indication for the medicinal using, they can prevent or treat nausea and vomiting from motion sickness, pregnancy, and cancer chemotherapy. It is also used to treat mild stomach upset and reduce the pain of the osteoarthritis, and may even be used in the heart disease. And ginger production are made from fresh or dried ginger root or from the steam distillation of the oil in the root. And you can find also have ginger extract or tincture, capsule, and oil. And also you use it for the fresh ginger root to make a tea. And ginger is a common cooking spice and also can be found in variety of the foods and the drinks, including the ginger bread, ginger snaps, ginger sticks, and ginger ale. So do you know what is ginger ale? So in general, do not take much more than the 4 grams of ginger per day, including the food sources. Pregnant women should not take more than 1 gram per day. For nausea, gas, or indigestion, using 1 gram of ginger daily. And for the pregnancy-induced vomiting, using the 650 50 milligram to 1 gram per day. For the arthritis pain, using the 250 milligram 4 times per day. It is rare to have a side effect from ginger, but in high dosages, it may be cause mild heartburn or diarrhea, and also irritation of the mouth. To avoid some of the mild stomach side effects, such as the branch or heartburns or stomach upset, should be taking a ginger supplement in capsule or take a ginger with the meal. And pregnant or breastfeeding women, people with heart conditions, and people with diabetes should be careful for taking the ginger. Do not take ginger if you have a breathing disorder or if you are taking blood thinning medication, including aspirin. Should be careful. Okay. So is the reason the blood thinner medication, it should be very, very careful their interaction, because ginger may increase the risk of bleeding, such as like warfarin or clopidogrel, or aspirin. This kind of thinner medication should be avoided with the ginger together. And also for some kind of patient with diabetes medication, because ginger also can lower the blood sugar, so they have some risk of the developing the hypoglycemia or lower blood sugar, because they have the same function, so it's too strong to lower the blood sugar. And for the high blood pressure medication, ginger also have a function to lower blood pressure. So you also have the risk to get lower the blood pressure or some irregular heartbeat. So if the patient also have the medication with high blood pressure, you also need to be careful. And more than 2,000 years, Chinese medicine has recommended the use of ginger to help cure and prevent several health problems. It is known to promote energy circulation in the body and increase our body metabolic rate. So it is something you can find in the Chinese medicine, also in some modern medicine. They like to increase the body metabolic rate to get a good the healthy condition. In China, ginger has been used to help digestion and treat the stomach upset or diarrhea or nausea. And ginger also been used to help treat the arthritis, the colic, diarrhea, and heart condition. And it has been used to treat common colds or flu-like symptoms, headache, and painful menstruation period. So they have a lot of gingers. They have gingers. So they can maintain the normal blood circulation, and also can have effective remedy for the nausea associated with the motion sickness. And also can improve the absorption. So the ginger can improve the absorption and also stimulation of the essential nutrition in the body. It does like by the stimulating the gastric and also pancreatic, the enzyme secretion. And also can use it for the cold and the flu prevention, because ginger has been used for thousands of years as a natural treatment for cold and the flu around Asia. So the people also believe they have this kind of benefit to prevention of the cold and the flu. They're also very good for some common respiratory problem, and also have a function to strengthen the immune system. So this is introduction of the gingers. So I know the ginger is good for this kind of winter season. They also have a function to against the cold and the flu. So you have to think what kind of similar or same functions in Chinese herbal medicine.